So we make pizza every Tuesday, and I started this video already, and I dropped my phone and it turned off, so I'm starting over. We make pizza every Tuesday, which you guys know, but today we're making Faux-tinos pizza. That's what I'm calling them, where you make sort of a imitation Tortino's pizza yourself with a tortilla. It's kind of fun. I don't know. I watch a lot of food YouTube, so I decided why not make a food YouTube of my own. Anyway, so. I turned the broiler on. That's going. I've got a pan. This is a cast iron, but it can be anything that can go in the oven. It's on high right now. I'll back that off in a minute. I've got a little bit of oil in it, just like a couple of drops of just an oil, which I spread around with a paper towel, so that's in a thin layer. I've got some sausage, vegetarian sausage that is already cooked up. Got some shredded mozzarella. You could use fresh mozzarella, but it gets soupier because it's wetter, which we may have to do because I'm not sure we have enough cheese. Some sauce. This is just pureed tomatoes with a little salt and a little olive oil. It's actually going to cook when the pizza cooks, so you don't need to cook the sauce. Otherwise, it gets really thick. And just a tortilla, and these are crappy Whole Foods, I think. Generic brand, Wegmans, 10 inches. I actually kind of hate them because they're weirdly shaped. They're supposed to be 10 inches, which means they'd fit in the pan, but because they're like kind of weirdly oval, they're a little too big, but they'll work. So the pan is now hot enough. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I'm going to want to assemble all my tools beforehand. Let me crack open this sauce. And lay it out like this. And so what we're going to do is, we got a paper towel. So I'm just going to take this tortilla. I'm going to lay it right in the pan. I'm going to turn the heat down to medium because I don't want this to burn. And I am going to, you can't really see, just pat it down. Use your fingers. Really, just be careful not to burn yourself. So I've got the tortilla crisping. Where's my spoon? Get my spoon. And we're just gonna dollop on some sauce. So literally just paint a couple of spoonfuls of sauce on. The one trick here is you can't go too thick because you'll sog it out, but also you want to go up to the edge. The bits where it kind of falls in the pan and gets a little, use a little more, a little caramelized are actually tasty. The other thing too is that if you don't get, any place you leave dry, that's a place the tortilla is going to burn when it's all over there. Okay, so that's, I got a fistful of cheese here. I should bring this over. I find that if you start at the edge, people tell you to start from the middle. That never works for me. I find if I start from the edge, that works better. Maggie doesn't like it super cheesy, and you want a little less than you actually think you're going to need anyway. So we'll do that handful. And then I'm just going to, put some sausages on. Again, just make sure it's kind of well distributed. I'm looking in the viewfinder instead of at the thing. And so then we'll take a spatula here and just make sure we see some browning. Looks pretty good. And then we are going to floppy the glove on. Floppy. Put this guy under our broiler. Can you see that? Yeah. Probably about 90 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and set a timer for 2 minutes. Turn the heat off so I don't burn my arm hair. And ordinarily, actually, what I would be doing right now is making another one because I have another cast iron and there's enough room in the oven that if I've got 2 burners going, I can actually get 2 pizzas going. And we need to make more pizza when we do this than usual because they're super thin. So we usually make 3 you know, 8 to 10 inch pizzas for the three of us when it's a normal thicker, you know, homemade crust. But for these, we'll make 5 or 6, and that's why I don't have enough cheese. So let's see. Now we just gotta wait till the cheese melts. Oh, I'm gonna need a cutting board because I want pizza al fresco. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out, but we will transfer to the cutting board. Where's my floppy? Oh, I put it back. That was foolish of me. Floppy. There we go. So you just get an idea. See, I actually want a little more. Yeah, that'll do. The cheese is melted. If you go too far, the cheese will break and get kind of greasy, which frankly does not bother me. You can see that little place where the edge is slightly dry is a little brown. You can see the underside is kind of brown. I kind of want a little more crispiness, so I'm going to turn the heat back on. And if you put your cheese right up the edges, you're going to get like crispy cheese bits, which are delicious. Right now, I just want the pizza to be, you know, almost crunchy. And so I'm just giving it a little extra heat from the bottom. Not too much. You can see the cheese is continuing to cook. You see now it's kind of stiff, starting to get stiff. Okay. Put the glove back on. Yes, it's in my teeth. There you go. Get a knife from the knife rack. One-handed, this is going to be tricky, but just so you can hear. I don't know if you can hear that it's very crispy. We'll cut it into 4 enormous slices here, and again you can see, so crispy edges, really thin, like a bar pizza. While it's still hot, you can actually cook fresh herbs like basil in that heat. I might hit it with a little extra olive oil, but there's a lot of extra oil in that sausage. I don't need to, but I am going to hit it with a little bit of pepper flake. And you know what I might do, just for funsies, is hit it with the tiniest drizzle of honey. So I'm going to go out kind of way high so that the honey just streams thin enough, and then just move kind of quickly. Yeah, that's a mess, but that'll be delicious. That's it. Crispy pizza, that's pizza night. The next will be faster because I will be doing them more than one hand, and the pan's already heated. That's pizza night. All right, see you guys at trivia here in a bit.